What's up, guys? We're moving along with the recent PowerCon exclusive Club Grayskull figures, and today we're taking a look at Spikor. So we've got him here, of course, in the standard mailer box. We've got the logo, the name. The back of these boxes do, of course, have the PowerCon exclusive logo on them. We have inside this box, however, the Club Grayskull slipcover with the castle jawbridge with the logo on the backside for He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. And then inside the slipcover, you can see Spikor himself inside that big open jawbridge window. And then on the back, we've got some Filmation style artwork along with a new bio for our spiky friend here. So let's pull this guy out and take a look. So here we go, guys. We've got our Filmation Club Grayskull Spikor out of the package, and this is definitely a fun figure to take a look at. I'm very happy with what I have in front of me right now. I think Super7 and the Horsemen have produced a very, very accurate figure for our collection. So this is definitely one of great interest to me right now. So we've got to take a look, of course, to begin with, at Articulation. You know, how does he move? That's always important. I don't think you're going to be too surprised, but we've got to take a look at that first. So we've got a swiveling head. There is a little bit of up and down and then a little bobble side to side. Nothing too crazy, but the movement in there is there. It's mostly an upward motion. You're really just going to get him in a neutral pose if you push down. Arms go out. They swivel, bicep swivel, single jointed elbow. We have hinges and rotation on the trident arm, which is a nice addition. And then the same at the other arm. We do not have an ab crunch because this is a fully sculpted chest piece. So we've seen that a few times in this line so far. Waist twist. Your legs are going to go out far greater than you ever need them to. Kick forward, kick back, thigh cut, single jointed knee. We've got a boot cut, and then we've got rocker, and then we have got a hinge down at the ankle. So he is, about as articulated as I think you can expect out of this line. And if anything, the one added bonus here is that we have a hinge on the trident arm, which we didn't have in the Classics figure. Now, as far as the overall look of this guy, I am about as happy as I could be. The Filmation line is meant to mimic that cartoon look, and that's what we have here. We have a very cartoon-accurate Spikor figure. The colors on him really pop. Everything about him is just kind of gaudy and over the top. You know, he's a purple, pink guy with blue armor with a trident arm. It's just a weird looking guy, and I think they captured it really, really well. I like the matte finish on the armor. I like the matte finish on the head. I love this cartoony trident hand that he has. It's really well sculpted. Despite being very minimalistic, it's very well sculpted. I love the head sculpt. I love the little smirking expression they gave him. Those nice bright yellow eyes and the fangs popping out of his mouth. Everything is very well done. Of course, we have to talk about the spikes on him. It's Spikor, that's his thing, and he is absolutely decked out in a bunch of spikes. Some of them are smaller than others. The ones on the outer edge are of a smaller size than what's on the inner portions of his armor. I really like that, and the interesting thing about this is if you were to compare them to Mattel's releases, everything they did that was spiky was always kind of dulled and rounded. These are very much the opposite. They're not incredibly sharp or anything, but they're definitely pointy, and it is just a surprise. And it's a welcome surprise as far as I'm concerned, because it makes them look more menacing. It just makes him look even more, hard-edged than if he had a bunch of rounded nubs all over his body like the Classics figure does. So I'm very happy with what they did here. And in general, I really don't have any complaints about this guy. I don't have any QC issues to speak of. This is a very solidly executed figure as far as I'm concerned, and definitely a standout among these three PowerCon exclusives. Now, this figure does come with one accessory. He's got his spiked club here. So this is, it's similar to the vintage figure and the classic figure, just not as robust, so to speak. It's got no paint apps on it outside of just being cast in plastic with a red overspray on it. So it is painted, but the hands aren't painted, so you shouldn't have any real issues with paint chipping. I mean, once you get it in his hand, you're probably not going to take it out anyway. So I really like this. I think it's a solid look. It very much fits with the character. And he looks fantastic. You really can't go wrong with this guy. Of course, we have to do a comparison between our Filmation figure and our Classics figure. So, they are very, very similar, but at the same time, very different. You can see stylistically, they're obviously quite a ways apart, but the general idea is still the same across both figures, just interpreted differently. This Spikor does, of course, have the extension for his trident, but, they're both solid figures. This is a great Classics figure. This is a great Filmation figure. I'd be hard-pressed to say which one I like better. They kind of fill two different niches in the Motu collection, so there you go. Both Spikors front and center. overall, I really don't have anything to complain about with this figure. I'm really, really happy with the way this Spikor turned out. I love the matte finish on his head, on his armor. Everything about the look is true to the Filmation style. There's really just no problems to be had with this guy. I'm really, really pleased overall with how Super7 and the Horsemen cranked this one out. So yeah, this one is a winner in my book, and he might be my favorite of the PowerCon exclusives. I know I said Chopper was the one I was most interested to take a look at, but I think Spikor has edged him out as far as my favorite goes so far. So that's going to do it for this look at the Masters of the Universe Club Grayskull PowerCon exclusive Spikor figure from Super7. Let me know what you guys think. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and until next time.